Hello and welcome to a sad day here at AIC Video. So I've been driving my Cadillac Catera for 6 months now. It's June. I've been driving it since December pretty regularly, and it's been great. I haven't had any problems with it until last night. My wife and I drove to the grocery store to get some groceries, and then when we went to leave, it would not start. And when I say it won't start, it will crank and but it won't run. And I'm pretty sure it's the fuel pump. So if we come in here, this is a fuel pump relay and this is a relay for something else. They're the same part, so I switched them with no effect. Whatever this controls still runs, and this is the fuel pump and it does not work still. I've already put the panel back on, but the fuses are behind this panel, and this is a pain to get off. Or excuse me, it's easy to get off. It's a pain to get back on. So I put it back on. I'm gonna take it off again. And I checked the fuse. Fuse was still good, but I went ahead and replaced it anyways. The seat heater fuse was bad as well. So I hadn't had seat heaters last winter, which I live in Arizona, so not that big a deal, but I went ahead and replaced that as long as I was in there. Go ahead and start the car, and you can see what's going on. So put the key in, turn the key, and one thing you don't hear is the fuel pump priming. When I go to start it, and I am not getting, there's no check engine light, and I did pull codes, there's no pending codes, and I don't hear the fuel pump priming. So that's another reason why I think it's the fuel pump. That's the air compressor that's not hooked up to anything. It works still. Fuel pump doesn't. So unfortunately there's no access to the fuel pump under the rear seats, which means I'm going to have to be dropping the fuel tank. And as you can see, it's more than half full. So that's going to be extremely fun and exciting. But I figure as long as I'm doing it, I'm going to do some other things to it. One problem I have is with my climate controls, the blend doors are not actuating correctly. So I was just going to buy new blend door actuators, and guess what is not available for any kind of money at all? Blend door actuators. So I'm going to see if I can rebuild the ones I have. Hopefully, I can fix them. I don't know if I can get a different motor for them or new plastic gear, whatever's broken in them. I'm going to try to replace that. The passenger window back here that doesn't roll down, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to replace the cabin air filter and the engine filter and the fuel filter. All these parts were really inexpensive on Rock Auto because they're the warehouse closeout last one remaining. So I think the fuel filter or the fuel pump is, I could buy a Chinese one on Amazon for like 90 bucks, or the name brand one on Rock Auto for $13 plus shipping. So I think my total for Rock Auto was like $43 for the filters and the fuel pump. So not bad as far as price goes, but if that doesn't work and I have to buy a different one, it'll be quite a bit more money. So hopefully they get here in a reasonable amount of time. It's not too hot today, but it's incredibly humid. It's been raining, and so it's like 40% humidity, which for Arizona is just humid. I'm not used to that kind of humidity. And then this weekend it's supposed to be up in the 90s. Now I don't live in Phoenix anymore. I live in northern Arizona, so 90 plus degrees up here is pretty dang hot. However, I am able to work on the car in the early mornings, and in the evenings, where in Phoenix it would still be 110 at 9 o'clock at night. So at least after 4 or 5, my car will be in the shade and I'll be done with work, and it will be in the 80s to 70s in the afternoon. So hopefully we can get this resolved in fairly short order once the parts come in. So Anyways, let me know if you have any comments or questions. If you know of the blend door actuators anywhere, if you can find those for me, that would be amazing. I would love for a new set of those, because they were clicking when I first bought the car and then quit working pretty quick after. And the problem I have is the AC doesn't blow very cold. AC has plenty of charge in it, nothing wrong with the compressor. It's the blend door is allowing heat to come into the temp, because it has temperature controls, and so it's not fully closed, letting just AC come through, I think, is what the problem is. So there's like 4 blend door actuators, one for going from feet to vent to defrost, and I have it coming out of the vents and feet currently, and that won't change. Doesn't matter what mode I press, it doesn't change. It always blows. It's like 70-30, so 30 at your feet, 70 at your face, and then the temperature isn't all that cold. So I want to, and there's 3, so one on this side, one on this side for those, and then the one for the vent or whatever is like behind the dash. So that one's probably not going to get replaced. I'm just going to try to do the temperature ones on either side. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.